Hi, everybody. It is me, Leo Brown, here once again with a psychic's perspective. Today's perspective is going to be on singer and actress Melba Moore. Now, for those of you who don't know who Melba Moore is, okay, if you're not in my age group or older, Melba Moore is and was a very popular stage, film, and Broadway actress. That's my WhatsApp. Forgive me, y'all. Actually, before I go deep into Miss Melba, honey, um, first of all, let me say thank you to all of you for watching, commenting, liking, subscribing, for being a part of the Sugar Bear family. If you want to be, that's my WhatsApp. I'm sorry, y'all. If you want to be, if you want to be a Sugar Bear, hold on, I'm gonna cut my phone down. Hold on, y'all. Let me cut my phone down. Because Mercury retrograde is playing no games. Okay. Um. So anyway. So if you want to be a sugar bear, please hit that subscribe button. I hope you like the video. As my girl Really BTV says, I hope you like this video. And make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe. Give me suggestions of who you'd like to see me do psychic perspectives on. Because my last perspective was for Sean Casey, aka DJ Envy. People really like that. So that was Radio Week. So this week we're doing Legends Week. So all this week you're going to see readings from legends like Melba Moore, Shantae Moore, and lastly Miss Frida Payne. So getting back to Melba, honey. Melba Moore, if you guys don't know, Melba Moore, for those of you who are young, I definitely suggest you go and you research her catalog. It is very vast. It is very diverse. And it definitely is, like if you want a master class on how to sing a song, on how to execute a song, how to really give it, I would say two people to check. Well, three: Whitney, Melba, and Phyllis Hyman. Because it is a slew of others too. Like not, but I would say those are my top three in terms of song, like popular culture song stylists. If you want to really execute a song from a more jazz influenced place, if you want to learn how to do that, I would say check out Nancy Wilson. Okay, if you don't know who Nancy Wilson is, honey, go check out the one with the honey coated voice. It's so worth it. And she's more than Guess Who I Saw Today. Just saying. So anyway, back to Melba Moore, honey. Melba Moore, or Beatrice. Melba Moore is a star of stage, screen, and television. She was very popular in the 70s and the early 80s. She had hits such as Love's Coming at Ya, Love Me Right, Keep My Lover Satisfied, Other Side of the Rainbow, Lift Every Voice and Sing. If anybody knows from the 90s knows, that was the shit. Like that song and video, it came out like 98, no, I'm sorry, 89, going into 90. That for me, that was my childhood. And she was a spokesperson at one point for the Edgar Morris skincare system. This is I know this kind of stuff, but I do, honey. I am a huge Melba Moore fan. I love her. I love her work. I love her voice. I would love to sit down one day and just have tea with Melba, like just have tea and cake and just talk because she's been there and done it, bought the t-shirt several times and back. She's also a star of Broadway. She won a Tony for her role as oh God, is it Leslie Mae? Leslie Mae, yeah, Leslie Mae Jenkins in Pearly. And you can and if you go on YouTube, there's a you can find Pearly. You can find the play Pearly Victorious on YouTube. When I tell you that play is an all-star cast. Ozzie Davis, Sherman Hemsley, Melba. I mean, just on and on, like the creme de la creme of Black, theater and film and like all that, like just wonderful. And then she was also in Les Miserables, which is one of my favorite plays. She played, oh God, I can't remember. I can't remember the character she played, but she was in Les Mis, and she was also in Hair. She took Diane Keaton's place in Hair, and she's also in Hair, the movie. Now, that's another one. If you guys don't know anything about that, like we think about the age of Aquarius and all that kind of stuff, check out Hair. Because if you really think about everything that's going on now, go back and watch Hair. We're pretty much going through the same shit. Like it's telling you everything. Um, and she's always been an inspiration for me. I sing her songs at least once a day. One of my favorite songs from her is of her current catalog. She has an album out called Forevermore. It was released in 2016. And one of my favorite songs is the title track. Love the song because I love the lyric. And I'm a lyric person. I love the lyric. If the lyric hits me, I love it. Another one of my favorite tracks of hers is Mind Up Tonight. That's from, is it from the other side of the rainbow? I think so, yes. And another, let's see, and then of course there's Falling. But my favorite ballad of hers is Don't Go Away. That's from Other Side of the Rainbow. That's my favorite ballad of hers, honey. Just, yes, honey. Love me some Melba more, honey. Beatrice Moore. So I wanted to do a psychic's perspective on her. I have always adored her. I've always thought that she should have gotten more shine, personally, because I guess for me, growing up in the late 80s, going into the 90s, being a 90s child, I saw a lot of what we call triple threats on TV. Tisha Campbell, Jasmine Guy, um, Tatiana Ali, people who sang, dance, acting, whereas what we see now, we don't see that as much. You know what I mean? Like people who entertain, who give you a show. So she was one of them. She was one of those people that I saw a lot of, growing up. And just, I mean, range like no other, still looks good. She's got to be what, in her 70s, I think. Still looks good, can still hit them notes. I couldn't hit them notes, and trust me, I tried. Without passing out. But I wanted to do my perspective on her. And I hope for those of you who are fans of hers, I hope you enjoyed this video. Miss Moore, if you watch this, if you ever get to see this, just know that you inspire me. So don't cry. You inspire me. Don't cry. Okay. You inspired me so much. As a young gay man growing up, to pursue a career in the arts like you did, Paula Abdul did, Jasmine Guy did, but you were definitely on that list. You, Natalie Cole, like there's so many people that I can name. Aretha, there's so many people I can name that inspired me, but you were definitely one of the people that inspired me to have a do-it-all attitude, that you could have more than one career. You don't just have to do, you can be, like in my case, you can be a psychic, you can also be a motivational speaker, you can be a life coach, you can have multi-hyphens behind your name, So you were definitely one of those women who inspired me and continues to inspire me. And that's why I wanted to do this reading for you. I hope that you enjoy it, and I don't want to cry. So let me get started. Let me get started. I didn't think that I was going to get emotional, but let me get started. So, to my ancestors, to my guides, to my gods and goddesses, let this reading be clear, let it be concise, let it be truthful, and let it resonate with those who are watching. And important, and most of all, Miss Beatrice, aka Melba Moore. Okay, so I'm telling me to throw some cards. I know, and it's funny, I hear her voice in my head. And I hear her going like, child, what is this? Like, what is this? Because as we know, Melba Moore is actually, she's very strong in her Christian beliefs, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's awesome, actually. I think you should believe in something. You know what I mean? It may not be what I subscribe to, but believe in something. Okay, so I'm gonna stop. It's funny, the first thing that pops in my head for you, Miss Moore, and thank you so much for allowing me to do this. And it's a pleasure to meet you through this medium. So, first thing that pops in my head, I honestly see a man. I see a darker skinned guy. I see an older gentleman. Well, he's old, but he's young, meaning like he's very youthful. And he's literally jumping, like he's jumping up and down. He's dancing. He's moving. He kind of reminds me of like a Ben Vereen, but I don't think this is him. Um, I feel like, and I keep hearing the word father, so I want to say I feel like this is your dad coming through because I literally see somebody dancing. I see somebody singing, but not singing in the sense of being in the front, but more so in the back, like pulling the strings, pulling behind the scenes, getting you in contact with the right people, getting you in contact with, things like what I'm hearing is I've always pushed her to go with what she knows, go with her own intuition. And I feel like your father, I don't know if you've been thinking about him a lot lately or he's just been popping up, but I feel like for some reason he's coming through really strong. And he's like, no, just keep going, keep using your instincts. Um, I get not this upcoming year, but the next year for you, I feel like you're going to end up doing some tours, huge tours actually, and you might do like three because, and I'm seeing one being on a cruise ship because I feel like I literally see you on the deck of the boat and you're just having a ball. You're singing and I wish I could, I swear, I wish I could replicate what I'm hearing in my head, but I literally hear you singing and your arms are out like this and you're just like, yes, yeah, like you're giving everything. Um, you're really about fitness and working out and eating healthy. Almost, I want to say like a vegan or a vegetarian lifestyle, sort of. Like you don't do a lot of fried foods. I feel like there's a lot of fruits and veggies and you're really about working on your immunity. I pick up meditation for you a lot, or just being in silence. I also get a lot to do with you and your daughter. I feel like you and your daughter have gotten closer. I feel like your daughter, it's funny, I feel like your daughter tries to keep up with you because even though you are an older woman, you don't feel your age. You're like 45 internally. You 40 between 23 and 45 because you just have such a usefulness and a vitality about you and it never goes away. And I feel like sometimes that ageism plays a role in your resurgence somewhat because people think, oh, well, she can't do that. She's too old. But then once you get on that stage, honey, you start kicking your legs and they be like, oh my God, and kicking them notes. And they're like, I didn't know she could do that. She can still do it. And I just see you doing more than, and dance is very important to you. Dancing, moving, movement, fluidity. I see you actually adding more of that into your repertoire, actually. Dance numbers and you moving a lot and showing folks like, no, just because you are of a certain age doesn't mean that you don't have vitality left in you. That inspires me more than you know. And I get a big connection to you in Europe, Ireland, Scotland, the UK, the United Kingdom, even Russia, like that area, that part of the world. I do see you doing stuff stateside as well, but I get like Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, things like that. But it feels like to me where your main bread and butter, that's overseas. Your main bread and butter is overseas. And I'm seeing you doing dance tracks, or I literally hear dance tracks in my head. I hear like really slow, like it makes you want to do this, like the slow grind, slow roll kind of balance. And people are like, really, Melba? Like you just showing a side of yourself that people I think have seen but just not in this way. And I get a lot to do with reinvention. I see different color hair. I see different color like makeup. I see you experimenting a lot with your look. I see you. And this may sound kind of weird for me to say, but I get a lot to do with the upper body, like your boobs, and you're being like, you know what, let me perk these girls up, honey, let me get them, you know. And I just see you, you know, rocking cleavage and being like, yes, honey, I'm all of that. And it's not that you're trying to be young, but you're showing people like, no, I'm vital. I still have a life to live. You know what I mean? I also hear you doing speeches, and I see you going to churches and kind of not preaching, but motivating. I'm not going to say preaching because it's not that. Is you motivating and talking about your life. And probably, I don't know if you're doing it. Well, you may be doing it now because I do pick up a book. I do pick up a memoir coming up. And I want to say within the next 3 years. Yeah, I pick up a memoir because I literally see the black and white photos and you talking about that. And I'm gonna go into your love life a little bit. I get okay, Melba, and I shouldn't call you Melba, excuse me, Miss Moore. I get one foot in, one foot out. And the reason why I do is because I feel like I keep hearing, okay, I hear Clifton Davis in my head. And I know you guys are not together, right? But I feel like your attitude is if it's not going to be the kind of love that I had, I don't want it. You know what I mean? Like, not, you know that you're not going to recapture that because years and years have passed. But I think what I mean by that is you want a love that's passionate and fiery, and not fiery in a destructive sense, but passionate in the sense of like, you really want to be with me. I really want to be with you. You inspire me. We inspire each other. You know what I mean? We're not old fogies. And I feel like there is somebody either coming in your life or in your life now. I get a darker skinned gentleman. He's kind of heavy set, kind of to me. He's bald headed. And I want to say he's a little younger than you. I want to say he's in his 50s, and he's muscular. He's not, now when I say heavy set, let me make this very clear. He's not fat. He's like a solid guy. And he's very, he kind of reminds me of like a manager in a way, but he's very like supportive. Cause I literally see this man in the wings and he's like, yes, go, 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 go. And I feel like for you, this man really does love you, and you're kind of afraid to let him in. And it's not just him, it's any man because of what you've been through with men. Like, you know, you've been through a lot. And if you guys want to know that, you can look for her unsung episode. That's on YouTube as well. Um, but for some reason, I feel like this man really does want to be in your life. And I want to say by the summer, because I get the number 7. So I want to say by the summer, by July of this year, you and this man, if you're not in a relationship, you'll be nearing that arena with this man. And I just feel like this man is just like, you mean the world, like you really do. And I get that he may be a writer too, because I hear music with y'all, and you guys collaborate, songwriting. And he's just like, you know, Melba, you got it. Like, just keep going, you know? I do pick up that on a psychic level, on an intuitive level. You're very intuitive yourself. You're a dreamer. You dream your things and they happen. You're very good at manifesting. You can manifest like that. Like you really are. And I know that's a buzzword that a lot of us use, but I really do pick up that from you. Like you manifest. But I keep seeing you dreaming a lot. And you dreaming a lot about your mom, your dad, or your stepfather, like family. And I feel like your family is coming into your dreams, excuse me, to let you know like you're going down the right path. Like don't question it. Just keep going, like keep doing it. Um, I also see changes within your home. Once again, I see you going back into your health regimen. What I'm being told is it's good that you're on your treadmill and you're doing it, but don't go overboard because it can lead to you being stiff. Sometimes joint wise, concentrate on things like yoga and you'll be fine. I'm not saying that's the only thing you should do, but that's what I'm being told. Um, but I really do get that from you. Like, I'm gonna go back to it because I keep seeing you waking up in the middle of the night. What that's telling me is that that's the spiritual world letting you know that we see you and we hear you, because there are moments when you do have doubts and you do, not that you question your faith, you don't question your faith, but there are moments when you have your downtime and you're like, well, damn, can I keep doing this? I don't know, I love doing it, but I don't know. I don't know now. Shit. Excuse my language. But I really do get that from you. And I feel like the spirits is just saying, like, no, honey, you got to just keep going. But more importantly, keep doing what you're doing with your teas and your water. I get a lot to do with you and turmeric, because I see turmeric or like orange juice and turmeric and things like that. So keep doing your herbs and your herbal things and you'll be fine. And I literally get a lot to do with you in stretching. I was like ballet. It kind of reminds me of that, like you getting back into that arena as well. So yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. And I don't know if you and her are friends or if you guys ever want to work together, but I get like and I was getting it's so interesting because I was actually getting this earlier, way before I turned on the camera. I get something to do with you and Miss Stephanie Mills, either a collaboration's coming or a tour. There's something where you got like there's something that you're gonna do together. And you and Stephanie are like peanut butter and jelly. Like you really get along. And I feel like, yeah, because I literally see you and Stephanie just talking. And she's like, girl, yeah, Um, yeah, I keep getting like a tour or like there's something that you guys are gonna do. You're gonna collaborate. I pick up, and I might be wrong, but I pick up like a duet, something like that, where you guys are gonna merge your fans together and it's gonna blow the roof off. Blow the roof off. Because I see Stephanie's big hair. That's why I keep saying this. So, okay. Yeah. So I think that's it. And keep your faith close to you. I'm being told that as well because I see a lot to do with not just like Christianity, but I get a lot to do with the angels and Catholicism because I know that you were raised Catholic, but I'm seeing you going back into that as well because I see you doing this a lot and the sign of the cross and things like that. So yeah, just keep that close to you, honey. Keep doing what you're doing. But I'm also being told learn to relax because you're like an energizer bunny. You want to keep going and going, but enjoy your downtime. Enjoy it. You know what I mean? Tie up loose ends and you'll be just fine. So that's all I have to say for you, Ms. Moore. I hope that this made sense. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that um, it gave you what you needed, even if everything wasn't right, and I'm not 100% accurate at all, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for inspiring me. Yeah, thank you so much for inspiring me to continue to do what I do. You don't know how much your songs touch my heart. Other Side of the Rainbow and Lean on Me are like, when I have a down day, they really help me a lot. Don't cry, not on camera. But yeah, thank you so much because if it weren't for people like you and countless others, there would be no me. So I thank you very much for allowing me to do what I do. And for those of you who are watching, if you want a reading like this one, maybe not on camera, but on Skype or on the phone or even email, you can go to my website, psychicleader.com, and you can follow me on all social media platforms. My information is down below. And I'm also going to give you guys information from Ms. Moore as well. So if you want to book her for a show, for an event, I will definitely put her information in the description box so you guys can do that. So I thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And I'll talk to you soon. All right. Bye-bye.